I saw something, and not just now. This now about to say. You have a word you want to say? Okay. I saw something, and this now to say, I saw it on Friday. I think it's Friday or Saturday. Either Friday or Saturday. God showed me. Now, sometimes God can show you what people are planning in secret. During I want to say something, but let me bring a story first. During the COVID time, I had told you that the year before COVID, by November or October, one of them, November or October, Assembly of King Priests, God gave words through the ministerial team here about a kind of plague that was going to strike. And God was very clear that we had just finished dealing with the locust issue in Kenya, and about how to ask God for the wind and command the east wind, was it the east wind, to blow the locust? You can remember. And then we told you that you have to always be ahead to know what God is doing or what the enemy is planning. Sometimes the Holy Spirit will also reveal what the enemy is planning so we can avoid it and what God is doing. And that we now spoke about how there was going to be that plague. And I remember we were giving some word, trying to describe it with what we have seen in the past. So we're using the bubonic plague as an example of what it will be like. And we only see in parts. Of course, didn't see the whole thing, but in parts. We didn't know it was coming that fast. We knew it's the next thing after, locust. But we didn't know it was coming immediately, time-wise. Just a few months down the road. Because that's not up to, I think, 5 months. And then the COVID-19 outbreak took place. Now, during that same time, I remember Apostle Eric had a dream God gave him and shared with the ministerial team. And again, we knew it was something coming, but we didn't know exactly it's going to be called COVID-19. Whereby, in that dream, just to cut short, the whole world, the world marketplace, people were frantic about something that happened, and some people were trying to guide people how to go. But God was saying to us, Joshua generation, there is another direction you will go. Don't go the direction they will tell you that they will say this is the way. Don't follow that way. It's unfortunate that sometimes, and I'm not referring to our own government here during that time. Our government were just doing what they knew best. But it's unfortunate many times we have globally, I'm talking globally, sometimes we have some foolish people who are leaders leading us. And I'm not apologizing for what I said. Some people who lead the world are foolish. When somebody is saying Jack can marry John, and we should make it legal, and then putting pressure on African countries that some money they will use to help us if we allow Jack to marry who? John. Is that not foolishness? One man of God, Lester Sumrall, is going to be with the Lord now. Lester Sumrall, a wonderful man of God in America, he said something. He said, if all my chickens, he was telling some homosexual people who came to the church where he was, in Indiana, and they wanted to attend the church. He said, I'm not against you attending. You can attend because you need to hear God. He said, but you are not attending for us to become like you. He said, because if all my chickens were behaving like you, we won't have eggs to eat. And it's common sense. So, sometimes some people begin to become what? Foolish. When that thing happened, all these things people were shouting, we were saying, and that's why I'm using Apostolic Dream, because in Apostolic Dream, God was telling us, take another path that he will show us. Don't follow. Because you see some people on some platform saying, no, what they said, do this, only this. No, you people, you are too spiritual. That thing they say, jump from animal to human being in the market. Is it true now? It's not America bringing it out now that it is not true. China wants to finance, what are they called? Russia, with weapons for the war. America began to bring out story. This COVID was not from a bat in the market, Wuhan market. It came from what? Lab. They are building the story slowly, putting pressure on China. What they are saying is that we are going to release the whole story because America has known the story from long. That's if they are not even connected, as we say in Kenya, kidogo to the story. Those days we are saying this thing was manufactured. People will tell you, even scientists, no, ignorance of the church. It's not. It's coming out now. If you are watching news, it came from laboratory. People created this one, experimenting on biological warfare and things. Somehow it leaked from their lab and spread. That's the story we are seeing. I'm only reporting what is in public domain that is coming out. Of course, China is defending it and saying no. But a whole America, before they are pursuing that line. And I don't think what America is bringing out now is what they have just discovered. I don't think so. Whether it was an accidental leak, whatever, but that thing was manufactured. And it is proven that there are laboratories in Wuhan that deal with that area. They were researching on that matter. World Health Organization, as I talk about leaders, World Health Organization were the ones pushing, no. Now they are quiet. They don't talk again because they know the possibility they were wrong is very high. They were talking with so much authority. They are leaders. They are gatekeepers. We call those people gatekeepers. You're supposed to guard the people. But corruption in men, that is why saints must arise in all areas. And we are not just saying born again, because some born again people can be compromised. We are saying Christ-like believers who will not be compromised, who will not cheat, who will not lie. They must rise in all these areas and become gatekeepers. So when you say yes, your yes is yes. When you say no, your no is no. Not the one 10 years down, then we are discovering, it comes out, they say open the file. Then we are discovering that the leaders globally were lying. Those who knew were lying. It shouldn't be. I'm saying all this and I don't want to repeat myself. I want to go to what I want to say. There is another one again. I saw one. God showed me one. I will tell you what I saw. Though it sounds far-fetched, but it's happening. It's happening now. I will say it because God revealed to me. And I'm saying it for a reason, so that we can... I'm told if we don't pray, what will happen in terms of the judgment on the people behind it will happen. Even if we don't pray, the judgment will happen. Because there are people God has made to pray already. And it has been evoked. For the new, in case those people doing it hear and watch what we are saying, for them to know that angels are already dispatched to bring a severe judgment, to arrest those involved. When heaven does its own arrest, you can't stop it like human governments. You can still bribe. I saw in a place. Now, let me make it clear. I'm talking spiritually because people who are involved, sometimes we cut this kind of things, send them out. They may go far and wide. People involved may think maybe we saw it physically, we were there, No, we are not there. It's spiritually. We are here in Africa. We have been here. We didn't live here physically. Are we together? But I saw there were these creatures. Let me call it creation. They look like pins. Pin? P-I-N. P-I-N. Pins. Many. What I'm telling you is real. You may not believe it now. It's real. Pins. They look like pins. They were flying in the air. So I can call them flying objects. I can't define it to you. I can only describe. Sometimes in the Bible, Ezekiel will say, I saw something that looked like unto. It looked like unto. So that's how I can describe. There were many of them. Many. Many. And they fly like in a group. Like when you have drones, you know drones? And you have many drones, then they are moving. Have you seen those drone shows where all the drones are moving together? Yeah. But these ones were small, very small, like pins. And maybe they're even smaller. Maybe it was just for me to notice what I saw. And those things were created by human beings. They were not natural, because we've never had that kind of thing before on this planet. So they were not natural. Let nobody lie. It's not nature. Those things were created. Somebody, and that's why I'm talking like this. Wicked people, evil, created it. Whether you say you created it for war or for something, then now you want to test it, or somebody wants to release it. Those things, they fly. There are many. They come like, you know how you have a swarm of insects, mosquitoes or bees, when they go in a swarm, and then they sting. Their sting is very bad. The sting is very bad. And I was not seeing a typological thing, because one may be hearing say, maybe what you are seeing is typology. Don't help me interpret it. It's not typology. It's real. And they go that in swarms. But they are man-made. They are created. I'm not talking of an insect, but they operate like that. It's man-made. Don't forget my word. It's created. Just like some of these things are created in labs. It was manufactured. And they go in swarms. And if they sting you, the sting is bad. It is bad. It is so bad. They will sting you. You may not even die, but the sting will be so bad. And that sting can be made to infect you with something. It can be made to poison. It can be made to do something. Or they can remove the poison and not put anything, and you just feel pain only. It can be used depending on how somebody programs it. Somebody can put their poison. Somebody can put all manner. Somebody can put things to infect. Somebody can put things that if they sting a particular type of people or race, it will affect you. Somebody can put such that they can remove all the poison and things, and it can only sting and then give you pain. But those things, when they are released, you have to close your door and your windows. Then any gaps, hear my word, any gaps you have in your building, gaps. It may not be a door or a window. As you close your door window, you have to close those gaps. So if somebody released it on this neighborhood or in this town, everybody will have to stay indoors. Because when they come for you, it's like, you know, you are being, imagine being stung by many hornets, bees at the same time. Very painful. Somebody is up to no good somewhere. Some people may say they had a noble cause for it, but somehow somebody wants to release it. In case those people are hearing, that they too may take care of what they are doing. Watch very well. Watch very well. But then I saw another, God showed me another thing again as I was praying on it. And he showed me another thing. And I saw a team of special angels. You know, angels, there are different types of angels. Even among angels, they have some that are like special forces. They were released to come and deal with it. And they said they are going to deal with the situation. They were released, and the way they are going to deal with it, it's almost like they were going to hijack that situation and turn it around. It will boomerang. Yes. You know, some of these things, when they happen, then you see them happen. You know. After the first time God showed me, I woke up, I told prophetess, I said, hey, what is this thing? And then later I prayed on it. Another time again, then God showed me those. I like the second part. I like the people I saw from heaven. I like them. Hey! You know, when you meet special forces, when they are on the field and they've been there for a long time. Have you seen those Americans, when they are there for a long time, then they grow beards? They are no more in the normal uniform. That's how these boys were. They were like special people deployed. Professor is saying like there was a series they used to do called The Unit. I showed one of those special forces. These guys were deployed, and you know, sometimes they are not in full.
Tajiri is laughing like, why are you missing me? Like me.
Is the special forces exciting him, he's saying. Because they were not now in uniform. They were dressed. And you know, those encounters are very good. So, And the way they were deployed, it's no more prayer. I was thinking prayer. We use prayer on it. We will still pray for deliverance. Peradventure, any of those things escape, that whoever God wants to deliver, he will deliver them. You will hear it. Maybe take time to go on the internet, check. Maybe you may find such things exist. When it happens or it comes out, it will come out. May God allow, if it is arrested, may God allow the news to come out so we know. You know, when you are interceding, you intercede a lot. That's what happens. Then sometimes God will bring out the story somewhere for you to hear. So that when it's telling you to pray on such things, you don't think it's just you are carried away. You know it is God, and you cooperate with him and make yourself available for prayer for these things. Are we together? So I pray God will allow us in his mercy to at least hear, even if it is totally arrested, to hear of it.